It's been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks now since the last episode or upload on this channel. I was busy on the main channel, on the main KarQ channel, doing the patch notes for Season 19 of Overwatch. And today we have the hot takes back, ready to go. This is a lot more of a casual yapping channel. Today they dropped the Lupa or Vendetta trailer for the new hero, Italian hero, and the hero trial is next week, which is pretty exciting. But for now, let's take a look at what you guys had to say last week and the weeks before. Let's start off the video with hot take number 1 about hero design. Blizzard is afraid or nervous about adding a hero without movement, as every hero added since Overwatch 2 has had some movement ability, I suppose. So for example, we have Rejuvenating Dash for Lifeweaver, we have Sojourn Slide, Wave, the Leap, and even the whole character design of Freja. I feel that we will never have another Ana or Sigma again, as every new hero must appeal to the movement Andes. You know, I don't actually think this is a hot take. I think this is partially true because movement is fun. I say that personally, and I think most people, at least in your close circle, would probably say that faster moving heroes and skill expression with movement is honestly just really fun, right? I mean, I play a lot of people who love Apex, love the movement there. People who play Deadlock love all the movement tech there, and having any sort of movement and not feeling slow or clunky or sluggish in a fast-paced FPS game and not having an ability like that feels really bad on the surface. Obviously, heroes like Sigma or Ana are very good on their own for sure, because they have other parts of their kit. And I actually do challenge Blizzard to release a hero, hopefully, that actually doesn't have crazy movement, but has a really strong base kit. I totally agree with this. I really do think they're nervous or afraid of it, because they're afraid people won't enjoy them or have fun with them anymore if they don't. We just saw the Vendetta or the new hero trailer, and she definitely looks like she's got some movement in her kit, right? With the sword and the flying and the thing and the attacking the whatever the robot thing. Definitely has movement in that kit. And yeah, I'd be surprised if any of the heroes coming up don't, but I do challenge them to try a new hero without it. I'd be down for it. Next hot take. Many heroes are flawed and people refuse to admit it. Ana with heal prevention and a massive 5-second stun, 3.5 seconds for tank, when using a simple 2-land sleep dart, and heroes with no cast time for their abilities like Reaper's Wraith, Tracer Recall, and Mora's Fade. Okay, I don't think that's inherently flawed at all by having instantaneous abilities. Abilities coming out when you press them is just part of the abilities of hero shooters. First of all, I just want to get that clear. So I disagree at that point right off the rip. So you think about it, every hero they've added has some sort of cast time to these getaway abilities. Even Kiriko's Swift Step, despite its short cast time. All characters should have a cast time to these types of abilities. It becomes much easier to balance them when they do. I'm pretty sure all the heroes that they've added a slight cast time to, they've actually shortened it because it doesn't feel good to play from the perspective of the player. I think Wu Yang's ultimate cast time had to be reduced a little bit, and same with his, I think, Guardian Wave. I might be misremembering that. I remember they definitely sped up some of the short delayed cast times. I disagree that every hero needs a cast time, but it's not a bad lever or knob to turn when necessary. And I disagree with the fact that you're saying that it's flawed inherently to have certain abilities be instant versus a delay. Some make more sense than others, but the ones you listed I think are fine. Reaper having instant Wraith, like upon activation, Moira, Fade, Tracer, Recall, Mei, Ice Block. I think those are fine in their kit. Most people narrow down other parts of their kit that are more frustrating, more so than that ability. I don't think anybody talks about Tracer Recall. It's always about her damage she outputs and the angle she takes. More of a hero altogether. Moira is more about her her simple nature, and she only heals while blah. It's never so much about the fade. So I don't really think that's like the big flaw of the character. And honestly, flaws are subjective. So a lot of people who play these heroes would be like, yeah, this hero is perfect, or they play really well into the fantasy. Could use some slight adjustments here and there, but like for the most part, they have to feel good to play. So I don't agree with this take. So it's pretty hot to me. Hot take, question mark. It's not just about social media opinion. It's about gameplay as a whole being watered down with less ebb and flow and depth from 6v6. So if someone who doesn't like 6v6, I see. Also, 6v6 limits design space. I haven't seen a good tank or off tank in a while. Like Junker Queen Ram is either OP or useless. New tanks will be better in 6v6 adjustment. Custom codes that provide and make the game more snappy. Drop by these Ralph Pugs sometimes. So this is a code for a custom 6v6 mode with a proper balance patch. Well, first of all, I do think 6v6 needs another sweep up on their balance patch. They just did a patch last week. I think this hot take was written before they announced they were going to do that, and that patch was pretty inconsequential. It wasn't much. It was probably just to smooth out some outliers who were a little too strong or a little too weak. It was mostly just HP changes and slight things like Zenyatta not being able to read Discord people. If they really want 6v6 to be serious, they got to take a real good look at individual hero design and how they play out in that environment a lot more if they feel like investing in it. And I really think they should. There's definitely a big population to it. And I don't know about less ebb and flow and depth from 6v6. I think 6v6 is incredibly deep. I just think because it's not promoted so much, like old Overwatch 1 heads enjoy it, but there's a lot of new players in the game who just don't even touch it at all, simply because like it's not like in front of them. Now it sounds kind of like weird to say, and maybe sounds dumb when you first think about it, but like things being presented in front of you are psychologically more likely, tend to trend people to more likely do the thing if it's always in your face. Okay, there's probably a word for this exact phenomena, but it goes for not only just games, but like it's just psychology for like food or like your surrounding environments. Things that are nearby and present and always in here trend for you to do the same thing. It's like who you hang out with ends up like becoming a part of you, and you tend to do the things with the people you hang out with. That's why they always say hang out with people smarter than you and not degenerates, because then you'll like pick up on degenerate behavior. Like all that being said, because they advertise 5v5 as the core game mode, quick play right there, right in your face is 5v5, competitive 5v5 is the big thing you see. That ends up being the default mode, so more people are going to play it, so that ends up being the popular mode, and there's less smaller population playing the old 6v6 mode. So I would counter argue and say the extra variable is actually an increase in skill expression, because you have to work off another teammate and deal with an extra enemy, and there's more combo potential and all that fun stuff. I just think the game, that game mode needs like a specific patch to kind of alleviate some of the pain points in that game mode specifically, more than anything. Hot take: Symmetra should have stayed a healing less support built around her 2.0 iteration. So 2.0 in what, Overwatch 1? It's common enough knowledge that support doesn't have to mean healer. She could have been unique as a damage mitigation hero instead of a meh DPS one, making the 2.0 barrier more Sigma style, and press it and hold it to move, press to place, press again to recall, plus having the current iteration of teleport would have really given her a cool identity. So yeah, you're talking about Overwatch 1 Symmetra 2.0. This is like this is probably still like 2016, 2017. This is 9 years ago. A lot of people don't know what this version of Symmetra is, so quick TLDR is that her first rework was that she had you pressed a button and then the shield would fly out of you and then just travel infinitely all the way to the end. Kind of like, think about Sigma's shield, but like Sigma can stop it. Like think about holding Sigma's shield permanently and letting it fly in that one direction. That was what old Symmetra was. And then her beam had a very forgiving hitbox, and then if it landed on them, it would like stay tethered, quote unquote, and as long as your crosshair was kind of close, kind of like Moira's secondary fire, it would just keep leveling up and stuff like that. That was old Symmetra 2.0. And I think you're saying if she could have been a support, not necessarily a healer. I think this would only work in an open queue. I don't think you could do Symmetra with 0 healing capabilities in the support category when you're limited to only 2 heroes as support. Categorically, you could say she was support if you had a true open queue, and you can run triple support with Symmetra being the flex support and doing like utility based things, but it would not work in strict role queue. That's my take on that. Freja is one of the hardest counter heroes in the game. Nearly unlimited flight plus a small hurt box plus being able to instantly start and stop their mid-air momentum as much as they want makes her an 80-20 matchup for lots of heroes. I hope she stays broken so that she's always banned in every competitive match. She is definitely a little bit difficult to deal with if, like, obviously she's very good in landing her shots, but the truth is a lot of people don't land her shot. I don't think she's as big of an 80-20 matchup as you think. Like, if you look statistically on the hero stats, like literally objectively, Freja has a 47% win rate averaged out. Bronze 46%, silver 46%, gold 46%, platinum 47%, diamond 48.6%, master almost 49%, and then grandmaster and champion 49.1%. So she's definitely not an 80-20 matchup. It looks like Pharah and Echo have one of the highest win rates in champion and masters, and Ashe with one of the really good play rates too. Those are like, flyers are hard to deal with, like Pharah, Echo. So Freja is quote unquote a flyer, so it can feel really bad when you get shot by one, but it's actually way more forgiving and much easier to get better baseline value from heroes like Echo and Pharah, based on the current patch, of course. So I agree with the part we say she is one of the harder counter heroes in the game if she's able to get away with what she's doing, but it really just depends on the player. Even if she's in the air and she's hard to kill, if she's whiffing her aim down sight shots, she's not doing much. But Pharah can kind of just aim in a general direction and do equally, if not more, based on what I'm seeing in the stats. But your experience may vary and your mileage may vary, depending on, like, if you're just there's like these 3 cracked Freja players you're just running into ranked all the time. You know what I mean? Unpopular opinion, or a hot take, I guess. I hate control points with a passion. The games take too long. I played control point maps in quick play that lasted 25 minutes before. I hate it when map voting goes and someone's control point gets chosen. It's also annoying when you win the first round but lose the other 2. If it was any other mode excluding Flashpoint, you would have won the game entirely. Also, Wu Yang is so much fun. I have actually out-healed many main healers as him while doing good with his damage. That is certainly an unpopular opinion. I think control is one of the better modes in the game. You're saying it's annoying to win one but lose the other 2 and get reverse swept. It used to be best of 5, by the way. So it felt worse in 2016 when you'd win the first 2 and then lose the next 3. That was a big shot in the gut. But I get where you're coming from because the games take long, because it sounds like you just play quick play. And control is a game mode where it matches competitive in terms of game length. It is the exact same, but when you play like payload or hybrid, it is only 1 point. You either attack or you defend and the game is over. So the quick play is truly quicker in that. But then quick play control is, I guess, on average, a longer game length. I think if you were a competitive player, you'd have a different opinion, because then every other game mode can feel way longer. 25 minutes is not even that bad when you see like those double, triple overtime 6 to 7. I can't believe I just said 6 to 7. 7 to 6 Kings Row game where both teams full capped both points and had to go one more time. Is that better? Not 6-7. Thank you. Also, yes, Wu Yang is very fun. Hot take, hero bans being permanent additions to competitive is unhealthy for the game. Banning heroes who you can't figure out how to play around just kind of feels dumb to me and like a band-aid solution for a hero design problem or a skill issue. Yeah, I disagree with this. It's not a band-aid solution for a hero design problem or a skill issue. It's actually a solution to curate your own game and to remove heroes that are frustrating to you. You have some agency, it's not always guaranteed, but you have some agency to remove the one hero that's annoying for you. A lot of people hate Mauga, a lot of people hate Sombra. Not all, but my games, I don't actually see Mauga or Sombra being banned. I personally ban Tracer because that's who the hero I hate playing against. But you ask Bob over there and he may hate something else, and like that one that gets banned in hopefully half of his games. And like honestly, if a lot of heroes are commonly banned, then we can take a look and be like, is there a hero design problem here or a skill issue? But if it's just like some random heroes here and there that some people just dislike playing against, I think that makes for a better overall positive experience when you average it out. I don't mind queuing ranked as much as I used to if I don't have to deal with this hero, at least in some capacity. Not every game they'll guarantee to be banned, but some games they do. My personal experience is better. And then when you average it out over everybody curates their experience as best as they can, and competitive will feel a little bit better to them as an individual. Now, I understand the point where it is tactical and strategic and competitive nature to learn how to play around counters and figure out, and there's like fun in figuring out how to shut one person down, but that's more reserved for like more coordinated team scrims and stuff like that. Oh, this player playing this Sojourn is a problem. What can we do? Is it a skill issue? Probably, but can we figure out a way to do it? And that's fun and all, but we're playing ranked competitive pickup games. They're pickup games by nature. You're queuing with random people every single game. It's like going to your local gym and playing pickup basketball. Different people every night that you play with, I would assume, right? You don't have ranked 5s there, or maybe you do, but you know what I mean. You get my analogy, right? Hot take, the devs have a right to make skins for whoever they want for whatever reason they want. We are not entitled to skins. The skin count hate is dumb rage bait invented by cynical content creators to farm clicks, propped up by bandwagoning. It would be nice if we could all stop whining about it for a while. I mean, this is social media. Everyone's going to complain about something, but you're not wrong. The devs do have a right to make skins for whoever they want and whatever reason they want. We know their reason. It's money and the ones that sell. It's a business. That is like just the objective truth. We're not entitled to skins. That is also true. The skin count hate is dumb rage bait. Little rage baity sometimes for sure, to like make like just to like bait people into getting mad for sure and being like, wow, this hero gets lost and forgotten. I wouldn't say it's cynical content creators. It could just be regular average, like your average players who just, it's a little rage baity, but also like they just want a skin for the hero they play, which would be nice, of course. Like if we could have it my way as well and those people's ways, we would have even distribution at all. But it would be nice if people could stop whining it for a while. I personally just tune it out. I'm like, if a skin comes out, great. Like I love Baptiste and I've been waiting for a skin with him, and they finally did the Archangel one. I bought it immediately. I love it. But I'm with you. I'm not like too passionate about it where like I'm like losing my or complaining about it. But you know, it's nice when it happens. But like, I mean, to me, I get it because it's a business. Maybe it's because I run a business, like the content creation business. So like, I understand ulterior motives. You want to serve the people who you know, consume. For me, it's like people who watch my content. For Blizzard, it's people who play their game and spend the money, and they want to make money, so they gotta pick the skins that make the most money. For me, I have to pick and make videos that generate me the most money, which is why I drop certain series. A lot of people ask me, why did you stop the one tip for every hero series? As much as I'd love to do it, I have a family to take care of, and the effort to performance ratio was not it. The time it took to schedule people, finding the right people, making sure those people don't get canceled at some point in their careers, and then I have to take down the video. It has happened before and things like that, and it was just too much of a headache to deal with. It wasn't worth it to me anymore. I know I went on a tangent from me personally. I've answered this before, by the way. A lot of people still ask me here and there why I don't do XYZ series. To me, like, unfortunately, I want to say like I have all these like altruistic, I must make content for the people, which it's a balance, right? Sometimes I'll have to take some sponsors and things like that. I can't just not be a perfect non-sellout. I will take sponsors. Like I gotta feed my family. My wife and my dog, they're hungry. Anyways, I think I've yapped long enough. Thanks for listening to me and watching this channel. I don't really take too many sponsors on this channel, so if you like this one, hey, keep listening, keep watching. Even if you agree or disagree, appreciate your time. Thanks for making it all the way here. See you in the next video. Bye.